Hey, what's up? What's up? All right, happy freaking Friday. Happy freaking Friday. I know a lot of people are stoked it's Friday. For me, Fridays are the same as any other day, pretty much. So I'm just in here, started my day off a little bit differently than usual because I woke up super late, like at 10. My body really needed the rest, and sometimes that happens. So I wanted to talk about goals because that's what I posted about earlier, about how you're never going to reach your goals unless you actually try, unless you actually take the risk, unless you actually go for it. So yeah, let's talk about goals. So I heard this really awesome analogy today that I was like, oh my gosh, everybody needs to hear this. I need to talk about it. So I talk to people every single day, hey Mariah, about their goals. We talk about goals. We talk about how I can help them reach their goals, things that are standing in their way of their goals, their obstacles, their mentality, mindset, all that kind of stuff is what I do every single day, right? And so I see a lot of people talk themselves out of their goals or give up way too soon. And I've been coaching for almost 4 years now. 4 years ago, next month is when I first started this journey, when I first started home workout programs, when I first started really being able to help people move forward in their lives and to kind of be on this journey with me. And over the years, I've seen a lot of people talk themselves out of their goals, and I have done the same in the past. I'm not exempt from that. I think we've all had moments in our lives where we talk ourselves out of our goals or give up too soon. And from being here now, almost 4 years later, still here. So I'm still here 4 years later. Most people are not one to stick out their goals that long. And it's really a bummer to me because I love tenacity. I love seeing people succeed. I'm a rooter for the underdog. I'm like, keep going, you'll figure it out. And I love seeing people overcome their limiting beliefs and mind bullshit that we all have going on. So I love longevity. I love seeing people stick it out. I love it. So I'm all about that, and that's why I'm still here, because I'm all about being steadfast, and that's kind of what this video is about. So I heard this analogy that reaching your goals is like going to the grocery store. If you think about it, like going to the grocery store, you're going to have red lights, right? You're going to have, and I'm going to change it up a little bit, because if you're going somewhere that you've never been and you get lost along the way, because sometimes I've gotten lost trying to find places, or like you take the wrong turn and you're like, oh shit, I need to figure this out. And you like look at a map and you're like, okay, and you're trying to find the way, but you give yourself the time, you give yourself the space and like the understanding that you're going to have red lights, you're going to have traffic, you're going to have a wrong turn, you're going to have moments of like not getting there right away. Right? So when you're driving to the grocery store, if you think about that as your goal, as like the grocery store being your goal, and you're driving your car to your goal, or like you're on your journey towards your goal, a lot of times people think that if it doesn't happen right away, or they hit a roadblock, they hit a stoplight, they hit, something that challenges them, something that makes them question if they're going in the right direction, people will give up right then and there at the first red light. But if you think about that as your goal, if you think about that as like traffic, right? Let's say the way you think about your goals, let's say you think about that as your traffic going to the grocery store, and you're like sitting there at your first red light and you're complaining and you're like, I have to turn around now. I'm at this red light. Look at all these cars going past me. I don't even have, I'm not even at the store yet. I don't even have my groceries yet. This is so stupid. I'm turning around. Like, if you acted that way towards, you know, getting to the grocery store, that would be ridiculous. Like, we don't act that way, right? Like, we just say, okay, we're at a red light, we're going to go to the grocery store anyway. Like, we keep going. You don't just turn around because you hit an obstacle. So when going after your goals in your life, whether it be business goals, financial goals, personal goals, marital goals, fitness goals, health goals, whatever it is, like, you cannot give up at the first sight of an obstacle. So, you know, you have to just understand that it takes time to create new habits, to build new habits, and it takes time to rewire our brains. It takes time to get to that goal. Like, it wouldn't be worth anything if it happened instantly. And the earth and the world and the universe does not happen instantly. This isn't, you know, TV or a microwave. Like, we're not, like, with all these other things, with giving us instant gratification, we have to understand that the real world, you know, in terms of goals and changing our lives, is something that takes time. It happens over time, and you have to have patience. You have to have tenacity. You have to be steadfast. You have to be focused, and you can't just give up at the first sight of an obstacle or a struggle. So yeah, I hope that makes sense to you. I know for me, I'm going to continue to think like that with my goals, and think of it as, like, if I were going to the grocery store and I were to freak out if I hit a red light, that would be ridiculous. So I have to think of my goals the same way. Like, if I'm, like, I've missed goals, I've achieved goals. There's so many different levels that I've had in my life, but I'm still here. I'm still showing up every day. I'm still passionate about what I'm doing. I still believe in other people. I'm still, you know, going and focusing on the outcome. Something, a little tidbit before I go, something that I learned at Tony Robbins, and I think I talk about this often because it was so profound to me, was focusing on the outcome with your goals, with your workouts, with your meal planning, with goals in your life, and just focusing on where you need to go, and not focusing on, like, the journey as much. Like, I guess it's a little bit different because we have to, like, we're, you know, to be present, like, we have to be here and now, but you can't be so emotionally attached to the journey to get there. So I hope that makes sense. So, for example, at UPW, which is Unleash the Power Within, it's a Tony Robbins seminar. It's 4 days, right, babe? 4 days?
Yeah.
On the first day, you walk on fire. And that was awesome. And it was an experience that I always reference, because you literally cannot think about walking on fire. You can't think about it, or else you're going to get burned. Like, you can't think about face planning. You can't think about the what ifs. You can't think about, you know, any fear. You have to solely be focused on the outcome. And you visualize yourself on the other side of that walk, you know, celebrating, and think about how you want to feel when you just freaking walked on fire. Like, you've done an incredible thing, right? And you visualize yourself at the end, and you focus on that, and you think about that, and you're walking towards, like, we're all in a group of people walking towards the fire together. I mean, it's not flames, it's like hot coals. Do you remember how hot they were?
It was burning temperature.
Yeah, definitely burn, like, it could burn the fuck out of you, but I don't remember how hot it was.
It was extremely hot.
I don't remember. But it was like hot coals.
It was coals.
Hot coals. And so you're with this group of people, and it's so empowering and so powerful. And you're all chanting, you're getting pumped, you're getting in the zone, and you're focusing on the outcome. So I want you guys to think about your goals like that. Like, in my crew, in my tribe, in my world, I have a group of people walking towards the fire together, chanting and motivating each other. And that's just how my world is. Like, the fire, our goals, our fitness goals, our life goals, our business goals, like, we're all in groups together, and we have that community of like supporting each other and encouraging each other and helping each other overcome fear, like snapping each other out of the fear and out of our heads and getting focused on the goals and focused on the outcome, and then we walk through the fire together. And I hope that makes sense.
Make a move.
Make your move. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, I really hope that that makes sense to you guys, and that you focus on the outcome and don't be so emotionally attached to the journey to get there. You know, if ever I were to be like, oh, I'm in like a crappy mood, or I just don't feel like it today, if I lived my life based on that feeling, I would not be where I am today. I would not have the fitness results. I would not have the life results and business results that I have if I only showed up when I felt good. Like, when you're walking through fire, you can't just stop and like take a detour. You can't just turn around. You keep fucking going, or you're gonna get burnt, or you're gonna get stepped on. Like, you gotta go. And you know, that's how I picture my goals. That's how I picture my life, and where I'm going is like, you just focus on the outcome and enjoy the journey, but don't be so emotionally attached to it. So a couple lessons in this video. So I hope that was helpful for you guys, and that you share it with people, maybe tag a friend, save it for reference later. But I would love to hear your feedback. I'm somebody who really thrives on feedback, like to know where I can help you guys most. I need to, you know, whenever I'm making these videos, I'm like, what's something that motivated me today, you know, and I can share about that. And that's often what happens. But I would love to hear specifically maybe something you would like to hear, or have a training on, or have a talk on, and we could like, and I could share my experiences with you guys on that topic. That would be super helpful. So help me help you. Let me know some things that you feel I can help you with, or you have any questions, and I'll make videos on it. So yeah, my goal is to do these at least 5 days a week through the month of August at the least. So keep an eye out for all my videos, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you guys more and helping you reach your goals over the rest of this year and beyond. And I hope you guys have an awesome Friday and a great weekend. Bye.